843 TV, where the Lowcountry comes to speak.
WHHI-TV, TV,
where communities come to speak.
Welcome to WHHI-TV, TV. It's beautiful out. It's just about spring, and we're excited to be back at the Coastal Discovery Museum where there's always so much to learn. We got Wendy, we've got Marcia with us today. We're going to be talking about native plants and the plant sale coming up.
Yes, we're very excited. March 16th from 10 to 1, we have a native plant sale. We do it twice a year, and we have about 2,000 plants that we will be offering to the community. And we have a host of volunteers. Marcia is one of our volunteers. She's a master gardener. So if you don't know a lot about native plants, you can come in and have personal service on shopping.
Yeah, get a lot of information. So let's
We'll be glad to help.
What are some of the basic native plants in our area?
Well, some of the ones we're going to be offering that we are around today is our Yopon holly. We have beauty bush, which doesn't look like much right now, but it is a beauty once it gets out of dormancy this spring. And our native Carolina jessamine is the state flower. And Marcia, for shade people,
I have a southern maidenhair fern, one of our native ferns. This is a great thing to have. It grows in the shade. It's native, so it loves growing here. And the great thing about this is this was on my shelf all winter. It's still beautiful. It stays pretty all winter.
Yeah.
So a native plant is a great purchase to make at our plant sale.
they take less chemicals, they take less water, and they're actually easier to grow than some of the tropicals that we plant.
Of course, the ecosystem works into this. This is very important to the ecosystem. Share a little bit about how that works and what that means.
Well, over the last 50 years, we've planted a lot of tropicals, and we manicure our lawns, and we use a lot of chemicals. We use a lot of water resources that are getting shorter. So the natives, as I say, are easier, and the all of our manicured lawns, we've lost a lot of our ecosystem. So without that, it harms the wildlife. We have less insects, less pollinators, and of course that goes right to our food chain.
Yeah. What can people do at home maybe to help with that in their own gardens?
At home to help with their own,
Yeah.
plant your native plants.
Okay.
They do so well. I mean, this is just an offshoot of a larger one that I have. I mean, it just thrives in our area. They love humidity. I'm from Pennsylvania and I love maidenhair ferns. Couldn't grow it outside, but I couldn't grow it at my house either because it needs humidity, which we have plenty of here. So
We sure do indeed.
native plants are just made to be in this spot.
So someone could come here and just talk with you, and you can share your expertise with them. It sounds like that you've got that too, because we're fighting, like you said, humidity here, a lot of elements that don't exist in other parts. So
Yeah.
best to just get that education, and that way your garden will grow better.
Yes.
Exactly.
We also have the host plants for
Okay.
our native butterflies. And of course, those caterpillars, when they're in that stage, they're critical to our birds and lizards and a lot of our local wildlife.
Baby birds cannot eat seeds, so they need those caterpillars.
Wow. It's neat just hearing this, because there is so much to learn about the ecosystem and the way everything that works here in creation, and all about the stuff that goes on at Coastal Discovery. You got the butterfly.
Yes, and that's
Yes.
a great example of all the native plants, because they also need nectar for their food as our
Yeah.
adults.
Well, tell us, back to the plant sale, because it's a big thing that you all do. Tell us a little bit more about that. What pricing range?
Oh, thank you.
How do
Thanks, Lisa.
can anyone just come? What are the hours that's happening?
This is a 1 gallon, and those we offer for $10, which if you've been to the big box stores and nurseries these days, that's a good price. And then we have 3-gallon shrubs and trees that are native that we offer for $17.
Wow.
So it's a good price also.
Yeah. Anything you want to share, Marcia?
If you've been to some of the local stores, little itty bitty plants are so expensive now. $10 is a real bargain.
Yeah. And so is this any of the proceeds from the sales supporting the museum?
They all support
Okay,
the
very
museum.
important then. Yes.
Yes.
That's what you want to do. You
So
want to
we-
come here and not go to the big boxes, so you can support the museum as well.
You can support the environment with the plants and the museum
Yeah.
with the purchase.
Well, I'm excited to come back again, as always. It's beautiful out. We're going to take a break now, and we'll be right back with more 843 TV.
Thanks, Lisa.